Hey, what's going on? Wyman Gentry here, and today I want to talk to you about 5 camera gimbal moves for real estate videography that are going to change your life. They're not going to change your life, but they work pretty well. So before I get started, the first thing I want to say is at the very end of the video, I'm going to have a little extra element to add to this. It's something that puts any of your gimbal moves completely over the top. Stay tuned and watch that for sure. All right, so the first gimbal move is the push-in. Super simple, super effective. This works for front of house shot, entering the backyard, entering rooms. It pretty much works anywhere. Another element you can add to that push-in is to introduce a foreground element, something that you walk past. This gives sort of a little bit more of a depth perspective. Second move is the pull-away shot. This is super, super easy. Just shoot it forward and then reverse it in post. Why go through the effort of like walking backwards when you can just do it forwards, and it's probably going to be much cleaner looking that way. This is a great shot to use when you're exiting a room, sort of like a transition as your last shot as you're kind of moving away from the room. Be careful though, if you have a car or something in your shot, if you're doing like some sort of exterior, or if you have a window and there's a car driving by in your shot, if you reverse this in post, that car is now going to be going in reverse. And most cars aren't usually driving backwards at 45 miles an hour unless it's a drunk driver driving home backwards. In which case I would say make that video, because that's awesome. Number 3 gimbal move is a room reveal. The goal in this shot is to sort of hide your camera behind a wall and slowly pan left or right, revealing the room. This is a great shot just to sort of add variety to your footage. Our 4th shot is a detail shot. For these, I zoom in on my lens and focus on something, whether it's like the sink or the fireplace or the stove, and do just a very, very slow movement around. You don't have to get a lot of like distance from point A to point Z. Just a very small movement will get you there. You only need about 2 seconds, and it really helps to break things up in the room. And the last shot is going to be the walk and turn. So this is basically where you just walk into a room and you kind of turn a little bit. Actually, you can do this anywhere. You don't have to be walking into a room. You can just sort of be in one area of the room and walking forward and panning the camera at the same time. You can do this in pan left or pan right. Just depends on how the room is laid out. So that last element that I was talking about earlier that is going to help you make your footage just over the top, cinematic, super smooth, awesome. I'm gonna mention that right now, but I also want to mention, do me a favor, if you like this video, if it's helpful to you in any way, hit that subscribe button and hit the like button, because I would very much appreciate that, and I want to make more of these videos for you guys. So here it is. Shoot all your footage at 60 frames a second, and then in post, you're gonna slow it down to 30 frames a second. This is gonna make all your footage look completely buttery smooth and super cinematic. And it's also gonna help reduce those camera shakes and bumps to a small degree. It's not, gonna completely eliminate that. So you do have to spend time working on these movements and stuff. You will get better over time, but you have to keep practicing. But yeah, shooting at 60, reducing to 30 is amazing. And then you're gonna render all your entire video at 30 frames a second. And there you go. I hope you guys found this useful. Thanks for sticking around, and I'm gonna see you in the next one.